One. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Mike Morales. You are watching and listening to Sipping Off the Cuff on Tequila Aficionado Media, all of our channels and networks. I'm here in the soggy San Gabriel Valley of California. That guy out there is.
I'm in Vista, California. I'm Dave Dinius, by the way.
I'm gonna try this again, folks. I'm gonna turn on my ring light, and hopefully I don't turn purple. For those of you who have seen the other review of the Joven review, I'm sorry, but you know, sometimes we're at the mercy of the internet and all of our other stuff. If you watched our first one, we fell all over ourselves with Cocijo Mezcal. Cocijo. Very unusual name. I'm not exactly sure what it means. Did he tell you what that meant?
I think he did. I don't remember.
Okay, well, you were a few samples in. Tell everybody briefly where Dave ran across this brand. That's how we know about it.
I was at the show for the San Diego Spirits Festival competition, whatever you want to call it, and they were one of the late entries that got into the festival but not into the judging part of it. And I just got talking with them and said, hey, we'd love to get you on Tequila Aficionado. That's what we do. We try and help small people like him out, and here we are. And again, I don't know why half my bottle is gone. I don't know what happened, you know, and what happened to my little tie string, and I didn't get any of that stuff. You know, I got a letter. Dave got all the swag. I got to get.
Well, we're gonna taste it and try it again. Oh, look at I forgot to shake mine. Look at that.
Oh, wow.
Look at the bubbles on this thing, man. These are shampoo bubbles. Now, they're not lingering bubbles, but there are plenty of them. And by the way, Dave, I like that hammered look on the bottle too.
I do. I like that look. It's
rather rustic.
It's classic. It's rustic. Yeah. However you want to call it, right there.
We're gonna pour it in our Stasso Jarrito for mezcal. Now, this mezcal, folks, it's not a high proof. It's coming in at 80 proof, which really impressed the hell out of me. That's an 80 proof, and I think it tells you how many months it is aged. This is a reposado, so they are resting. They are resting their Joven. And let me see if I can find exactly how. 3 months.
8 months.
It says 3 months. The añejo, well, the one I have on the label says 3. What does it say on the website?
8.
Okay. So más o menos 5. Remember, when I say más o menos, it's more or less. It's 5. But the bottle will say 3. I think each batch is a little bit different, which is probably why.
Probably.
It's probably why they're giving you that information. I poured mine, and it's got to be between 3 and 5, Dave, because 8 months it would be darker, wouldn't it?
Probably. It is fairly light. It's nice and light straw colored.
Yeah, almost like a pale straw, if that's even possible.
It's got the legs and tears forming there.
It's moving a little quicker than the Joven did. The Joven took forever.
It did take forever to get going, but once it got going, man, did they stick around?
Yeah. And I had half my bottle gone, so I was surprised that even then it still took its own sweet time to form on the glasses. And when we look at the legs and tears, folks, that's not an indication of quality, but it is a good sign. And it's kind of a harbinger of what it's going to taste like, and the mouthfeel, how it's going to lay on your palate. You know, if it's going to be thin,
oily,
right? Exactly.
Nice.
Dave knows. I'll just let him tell it.
Yeah, let's find out. Oh, we gotta nose it first.
This is a little sweeter on the nose.
Yeah, it's like it is the toned down version of the Joven.
Right. But I'm getting more of the sweet barrel notes on it. It's weird how that worked. It's not as dense as the Joven was.
No, it's not. It's It's definitely rested. So,
Yeah.
and that's kind of how it's coming across, is it's the rested Hoven. So
Well, I think too, and we don't know because I think the website is minimal information on there, but they're probably using, beat up barrels too. They're not, they're distressed barrels. They've been used several times. They're not looking to add more wood. They're looking to add an extra layer of complexity onto the flavor in the nose.
unfortunately, they don't go into the detail on the aging. They do the up to the Hoven part, but nothing after that.
See, now this is opening up for me. Now I'm getting more of the plant.
Yeah. If that's what I'm smelling, then yes, indeed, that's the plant. I haven't got to smell one up front and personal.
We're gonna smell one up front and personal. That's gonna happen.
I hope so.
Yeah, see, initially, and again, half my bottle's gone. So, but I still got the wood notes at the very top, at the very beginning. And once it opened up a little bit more, now I'm getting more of what we had at the Espadin.
Yes, definitely.
The Hoven, I'm sorry.
Well, I knew what you meant.
But everybody else watching may not know what I meant.
May not know.
Because some of you could be newbies.
What?
No, don't do it. Don't do it.
I saw there for a minute. No.
No.
Oh, this is wonderful.
Yeah, the nose on this is very pleasant for an 80 proof, folks. It's not coming. It's just coming up to greet you. It's very pleasant.
It's kind of like when I first smelled the Cascanes, and it was like, oh, I can just sit here and just.
Yeah.
Oh, this is nice. I can sit here and smell it. And
it's a very pleasant nose, and you can really spend a lot of time with it, just nosing it.
Yes.
But then we'd be wasting your time, folks. So we're going to taste it now and tell you what it really feel about it. Here we go.
Like, I'm anxious for that. And
let's try it. I want to dissect it with you. That's what I was anxious with.
Little the barrel sweetness at the front,
Mm-hmm.
and tannin of the barrel at the back. Sweetness of the agave is in there. Little bit of that pepper note that was.
Yeah, but even that's a little toned down.
Yes.
You notice that it does.
Yes.
It's not as abrupt as it was with the Hoven.
With the Hoven, yeah, definitely. Hoven was nice and popped.
Yeah, this was kind of a bit. The edges have been rounded with this one.
Definitely.
But not enough to it still behaves like the Hoven. It's still very reminiscent of the Hoven.
Mm-hmm. And it's not taking that much away from it.
No, because the most of the barrel notes I sensed on the color, of course, because it's a pale straw, but also on the nose until it opened up. Then it was just overcome by the agave, by the Espadin. And now, what are you getting any barrel notes though? Because I think the plant overtook the barrel notes, which is okay. I don't mind it.
Right at the beginning, I did get the hint of the oak, and then I got the barrel tannins at the back. But in between there was the agave just grabbed me.
Yeah, it does. The aroma and the flavor just grab you by the shirt collar and go, here I am. You'll hear me kind of, it sounds like I'm clearing my palate, or I'm clearing my throat. That's I'm doing what they call a retronasal. And what it's doing, it's like even after I swallowed it, or even before I swallow it, I'm getting more of those molecules. The alcohol is bringing it up to my nasal passages, and it's just pure plant. It's almost like a confirmation of what went in is still there. And it's not evolving too much, which I'm happy with. I'm all right with that.
Yeah, it's nice. I mean, this is some good mezcal.
Now the thing is too, Dave, we've had, each one of these, if we've had like maybe 3 passes so far with the Joven, and this will be my third one coming up from the same sample. I don't detect a lot of smoke like I do with the higher
No,
crudes. You notice that it doesn't linger on your palate
no,
for 3 or 4
it
passes.
doesn't. It's very nice and clean, which
Yeah,
I
their
like.
their family. We read a nice little letter, folks. If you have not seen the purple version of of our Joven review on my end, I read a nice little letter from Jaime. Jaime Vargas is the one of the owners, and
Yep.
also the importers and distributors, because in California you can be both, of this mezcal. And it's kind of a heart-wrenching story, because it's something he came up with during the recession when his music business went belly up,
Yep.
which sucks,
It does.
But apparently he's been doing this with his family when they were kids.
Hmm. Yeah, he was telling me that the agaves are family owned, so he doesn't have to battle for that dealer markup. Yeah. So
Oh, now that I went back for my second or third pass, I got more of the wood notes.
mhm,
It just keeps changing, Dave.
mhm.
It keeps evolving.
Yes, it does.
Okay, now be honest. When you ran across them at San Diego Spirits Festival, had you had samples of anything before then, or were they one of the first ones you kind of ran into? And
I had them a couple samples in. I've gone and done a few tequilas. I think they were the first mezcal one that I tried there at the festival. So
what impressed you about them initially? Because I really want to get that. I know that when you do this as a tourist, you do tourist things, and I've been doing this for years, so I kind of know to pace myself and drink a lot of water in between. But when you're a tourista, you want to go. I want to go here. I want to go there.
well, I didn't go too crazy.
Well,
I did
you've got experience under your belt. You know how to do this.
I know how to pace a little bit.
Yeah.
I know I'm not going and grabbing everyone, and usually I'm just a little sip and okay, that's nice. This was one that I might have spent a little more sips on.
Well, yeah,
And
because
just
you're
talk and
you're
talking
an
to
okay.
Jaime and his wife. I mean, they were fun to talk to. They really were. He is so passionate about this brand and his juice. He really is. And he's kind of a big guy. He's kind of a big guy, so it's almost intimidating, but he's super cool dude.
I may have to have him on open bar with us, because you and I have done like open bars before. So
Yeah.
I'm always looking for brand owners that have a story, that have a passion for what they're doing,
Mhm.
and that's why I asked Dave, because Dave, we can't be everywhere. I can't be everywhere, but our TJs can, and so that's the neat thing. Our tequila jockeys can attend events where they're located in whatever state or area or region that they're in.
Yep.
And Dave's like this ferret. Dave does not. He's been, when he was in Virginia, you were doing stuff in DC with Arte Agave.
Yes, I was.
And
I was
so
trying to get as many as I could in the areas. So
yeah,
you'll see more from down here, I'm sure.
oh yeah, there's a few. Apparently that partita dinner that I'm going to be at next week. By the time you folks watch this, it'll be somewhere in March. Apparently he's in San Diego right now doing his bit. Had we known ahead of time, I would have, you and I would not have been doing Cocijo, but
Not today.
I'm kind of glad that we are, because this is, I gotta say, Dave, you've learned, you've come a long way, bro. Yeah, that's it. Brand of Promise nominee. That's in the Reposado Mezcal category. Mezcal Reposado. This is really well worth looking for it. I will tell you that the glass, that the bottle that comes in, looks like recycled glass, so it looks a little green. You're not, don't let that fool you. Don't let that scare you. It's got a nice hammered look to it.
It's got a nice hand feel, at least for my big hands.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, me too. I got butterfingers. So it's like, I gotta have, especially after a few mezcals. But it's at 80 proof. Now, do we have a price point? I know that Old Town is carrying up, I guess.
Actually, we do. We have Reposado Old Town $47.99.
Again, all day long, back up the truck.
Get it in 3 days. Oh.
Wow.
Wait, no, that's not what that says. Get it by 3 something.
This is amazing for the quality. Because that price right now, I mean, they're giving this stuff away. And it's a gold medal winner. What year was that? I can't read it off your card. What does it say?
2022.
So they won how many? What is that? A double gold or just a gold?
Gold.
Outstanding.
Gold. I'm sure he probably would have done pretty good at the San Diego Spirits too.
We gotta. They need to, because we're hoping that this year we get invited back. Myself and a few of the other TJs. We had a great time there. We were invited to do Agave Spirits. That was what we were there for. I think that was the majority of what we did. I think you were at one table. I was with another table with some of the other guys. We were split. We weren't a full crew, in other words, which is fine, however they want to run it. And
now they got,
I gotta tell you, it was, yeah, it is. It's a brand of promise for sure. It's awesome. But anyway, that's our take on Cocijo Reposado. Stick with us because we got one more to do. It's the añejo, and I'm really looking forward to that one. Yep. Yeah, because I'm gonna to be honest, initially I don't dissect these if I enjoy them. I just put I pour them in a snifter like everybody else, or whatever, But when you do stuff like this, I did not put my initial samples in a jarrito. No. And that's what we have now, the jarrito made for mezcal, which normally the wider mouth is for the higher proof, higher than 80. But it works really well with 80 proof mezcals.
Gotcha. I only got one, so I used it on the Hoven.
Yeah. But I'm gonna pour my añejo in a Glencairn in the next go round. But that's our take on Cocijo Reposado. If you folks have had it and you're watching us now on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe. Leave us a comment first of all. Subscribe, hit the notification bell,
Instagram,
give us a like, share it, so that way all the oak heads and tequila aficionados and mezcal nuts and everybody out there can get more. More views on this. Dave, again,
still tastes good.
Yeah, great find, dude. Excellent find. I'm impressed. You came a long way. We need to get you with the official nose taster of Tequila Aficionado. But anyway, folks, that's our take. I'm Mike Morales here in the San Gabriel Valley of Southern California. That guy out there is
Dave Denius in Vista, California, Northern San Diego County.
That's it. You've been watching and listening to Sipping Off the Cuff on Tequila Aficionado Media, all of our channels and networks. Follow us on Instagram. Follow Dave on his Instagram as well. Follow us on all of our social platforms. And whatever you do, tomar sabiamente.
Sip wisely.
And why can't I find my off button? There we go.